about, trying to figure out what it's all about. Existentialist, am I worth anything or just a scout? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
That was the great sounds of Wata with Outside on WNHH 103.5 FM, New Haven. I am Easy Blues. Unfortunately, it says that I'm Preston Wilson, but I'm not Preston Wilson. I'm just using his computer right now. But I am here today because Preston is on a new adventure to find the importance of a whisper. And that's really super important. And I'm glad that he's going and doing that for himself. You know, it's very, very big. But right now, today, considering this is usually where Preston would tell me that I have to do my introduction. So right now, today, I want you to put your hands together. Not if you're driving. If you're driving, keep your hands at 10 and 2. Because today we have the fantastic, the amazing, the stupendous, the absolutely incredible artist that has taken some incredible images and has made some not only artwork or stickers that you could feel and hold, but you also have tote bags and all these different things, and is now expanding her reach as an artist. So I want you to put your hands together, not if you're driving. Again, if you're driving, keep your hands at 10 and 2, because we don't need any accidents. But mentally, put your hands together for the fantastic, the amazing, the stupendous, the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, Angela Brown Casey is in the building. Welcome, benvenue.
Hello. Yes, be careful. Please don't clap while you're driving.
Yeah, very important. We don't need any accidents. But for some of the people who do live under a rock, you are a fantastic artist, dealing with visual arts and different things like that. Last time that you were on the show, you actually took us a little bit through your actual artistic journey and what it was like to create and move forward. But you've got a whole bunch of like you're in a whole new genre, I'll kind of say now. Now that you're doing all these live events and doing this kind of stuff. Have you also thought about doing live painting at some of those live events?
I have thought about it. I do have to perfect my setup while I'm at my pop-up. So if I'm legit up at these events, I'd be more than happy to live paint. Keeps my hands busy in between customers.
That's awesome. Now, what is it like being an artist that does pop-ups and different things? And what exactly, for those who don't know what they're doing, is a pop-up, and how would someone get their hands on, you know, doing one of these things? There's a lot of questions.
Well, when it comes to yeah, basically would recommend starting with the table and start with your strongest items.
hmm
And then you expand from there. When it comes to the pop, find these events and I set up my when it comes to my setup, I have a pegboard that I sit on top of my table.
hmm
So I place my there, and in the future, if I need to put something else in the little card holders, I'll do that as well. But everything on my table is pretty much made to be changed for future use of different products because I can't stick to one thing. And when it comes to that, I would recommend if somebody doesn't know their brand identity yet,
hmm
just show your items to people. And it just evolves because you try different things and you start to find yourself and
Right.
the things that you do like when to do these things in person. Especially coming from a retail
hmm
background. I've worked in retail for years, so I am public and just meeting new people. I'm just used to it. But
hmm
I know it's not easy. There's said than done. But when you do it enough, it just starts to feel, and I know for us artists, it's pretty hard to put ourselves out there. You don't know what works until you do.
hmm And what was it like discovering in your journey and discovering what your brand identity is or has become?
Well,
Hmm.
I would like to say that I pretty much to my childhood obsessions. What the crayons I used to pick up out of my crayon box,
Mhm.
magenta and cerulean blue. Things I used to watch growing. I love crystals, but I'm a dark and edgy person, so that's where the skulls come in.
Right.
So, so when you grow up being obsessed with crystals, collecting rocks, but you got a little edge to you.
Well, that's
But if you
that.
want to get into the metaphors of it, it's pretty much beautiful.
That's no, that's awesome, and I'm glad. Thank you for being open enough to share, some of your creative journey and what it's like for the brand identity. I love how the real reality is you kept it as close to who you are as humanly possible, and you're just living out that aspect in through the art and different things like that, which is really impressive. And now you also got into making stickers and doing all this other kind of crazy things. What's next? Are we gonna spray paint a van?
Oh, well, that's an idea. Well, we'll see what's in the cards with that one, but I know what's next. Sometimes I'll see something that looks cool. It's like, hey, I want to try something like that, or I want to try that approach, but with my, I just go ahead and try it. If you asked me this like 2 years ago, I probably would have been a little too scared, but since I've been experimenting enough, I just thanks. But right now, I'm pretty much experimenting with which is pretty cool because I just love the clear and transparency aspect of a substance,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Right,
You can embed anything in there and you can see through it. And I love reflective light,
right,
and that's where that comes in. So I'm taking elements of the actual illustrations that I do
right.
and subjects out of them. My next is probably skull crystal candle holders instead of just my crystal tea light candle holders.
Hmm.
But before that happened, mold with clay and make an actual silicone mold to go ahead and do something like that. But one step at a time.
Yes, one step at a time. You got to make sure that things are going. But I love the fact that you're taking these steps, but you still have a vision of what the future looks like. You understand, what the next steps are going to be. That is very, 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 very important when you're running your own business and really trying to make it out there for yourself. So congratulations on that and shout out, high fives, bam. Uh,
Thank you.
of
High
course,
five through the screen.
through the screen. Those are the best high fives. Um, so now, as you are continuing to grow and move forward with your art and the different aspects of it, you started picking up these pop-ups and you go to these different events and set up a table and get yourself all set up with your pegboard and everything. How did you network into finding the opportunities to do these events? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people who have no idea how to do this.
When it comes to that,
Mhm.
oh yeah, it was definitely tough to start. You get one thing, you network with the people that are there. Don't
Hmm.
burn any bridges.
Hmm.
Next thing you know, someone else has something else popping up, and then it just you keep going with it. You keep going with it until you have a full calendar.
Right. Now, what is
It's
it?
all about the people you meet, and keeping, yeah.
That's
Sorry
awesome.
about that.
No, 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 no problem. The internet's being a little internety, so it happens sometimes. But no, no,
Internet.
yeah, it's being, silly internety. That means we're talking about something important, so the internet's being slow. But now, as you are continuing to as you are continuing to grow and move forward through this different process, do you think about doing some events yourself? You know, and like doing pop-ups like yourself, like you run the event.
Oh, I've definitely thought about it, but not until recently. I like that. I feel that, I mean, to put your business out there with you being in a band, I feel like I got some hookups with some bands that would love to get together, and I think that would be a really great thing. My influence for music, so that would definitely be a big part of it.
Right.
The event itself, anyway. I would love to put together events.
Nice. Nice. I can see those amazing events too. I bet there'd be like coffee. I'm sure there'll be coffee there.
Oh, there'll be coffee, and I actually have somebody in mind to
That's awesome.
contribute their coffee specialty.
That's awesome. Now, is there any way that are you in consignment with any type of stores and stuff that has some of your artwork there?
I do. I might. This is over at Little Fish Gallery in East Hampton,
Mhm.
Connecticut.
Very cool. And what is the consignment process like? Because we throw the word out there, but I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people who have no idea what consignment really means. Is there a way that you can break that down for them?
Oh, I only know consignment in terms of like, let's say, a consignment store that sells clothing.
Right.
So
Well,
too, where I have my work, pretty much if there's a sale, I get my share at the end of
mhm.
the month each time there's a sale, if so.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Like usually,
Yeah.
I found with some consignment stores and different things like that because there've been opportunities for like records as I've been going as I've been through the music industry and different aspects there, where you could put your record in a consignment shop where they wouldn't take anything unless it was sold. You didn't have to pay for a spot in the store or anything like that. It was really something that was really cool, and that's always how I saw consignment. So. That's kind of where I think they all roll into nowadays. So that's really awesome, and it's great that you get it at the end of
Yeah,
the end of the month, instead of being like some of these internet places, they hold on to it for like 3 to 4 weeks.
definitely. It's it's really great that places are doing that. Sometimes every few months, work on the walls over at Clicolo World Cup
Mhm.
in down Connecticut. I'm honored owner has me there
Mhm.
every once in a while, and I work up on someone's wall. It's a special feeling.
Yes. No, and it's great actually to go into a place and see like your stuff up there. You know, we gotta talk to the seller on Treadwell. We gotta get your stuff into the seller on Treadwell. I think that's the next big step because they have resident a monthly
Ooh,
residence. Yeah, they have
great things about that place.
yeah, no, it's really it's a fun spot. I think we're gonna be back there in January. So we'll see about doing some talking for
Ooh,
you. Yeah, you know. Maybe we'll get an Angela
I would
sighting.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, we got you. Of course, we got you covered. You know that. You know that. You're familia. You're covered. Um, but as you're processing through, now you're changing over to this medium of resin or rosin. Which how do you pronounce it? Resin or rosin?
Yeah. Yep. I pronounce it resin.
Okay, so now you're dealing with the resin media to kind of get more of that textural aspect and a little bit more of the handheld, where it's more than just how visually stunning something is, and you're taking your artwork from the paper and moving it to the resin aspect and all these different things where you get the different reflections of light and all those different kind of things. What inspired you to get into something that was more, I'll say, more of a physical medium?
Oh, that's a great question. I feel like I just wanted more.
Mhm.
I wanted to see and touch it.
Okay.
It was just kind of like an urge that happened once, and then it just kept happening.
Hmm. All right.
But that doesn't mean I stopped drawing, I stopped painting. Um, that will always, when it comes to the resin work, these experiments, you know, trial and error,
Hmm.
but I would love to incorporate these resin works with actual 2D in some way down the line. So that's something I'm thinking about doing next.
Wow. So you're gonna sit, so it'd kind of be like it'd be part of the 2D painting or something along those lines where
Yes.
that's awesome. That's awesome. I can see some like the macabre in me is just jumping out right now. Let me tell you. I can see some incredible Edgar Allan Poe type of paintings with like, just a skull. That's just just a rosin skull.
I'm very excited to start. I mean, sometimes you have to take I don't want to say I want to say a mishap
Hmm.
because this wasn't meant gel nail polish. I
Mm.
have a reaction to it. I started doing my nail and my nails got really messed up.
Hmm.
I have a UV light. I started indirectly using gel polish on designs and then transferring them to my nail after curing under UV light.
Okay.
And then that's what got me into the resin because it's this. So that when I say mishap, I say I have resources that I'm not able to use in the most traditional way
Hmm.
that they're meant to be used. I can now use.
Mishaps are important. I mean, mishaps are the reason why we have penicillin. Mishaps these are the things that help us grow and help us move.
Yes,
Well, it's true. And someone left cheese out for
definitely.
too long, and there became bacteria, and they're like, "Hey, wait a second. If we inject this into someone, they'll be just fine." So it's a fantastic type of. I don't make up the history. I just tell it as it is.
No,
Um,
you're just
I'm just a
you're just
reporter. So, and it's those, it's, as they can say it all the time, from a fighter's point of view, because, that was big in New Haven for a little bit was, when we had the wannabe fighter trying to run for mayor. So everything had a fighter's point of view. So if you have the fighter's point of view, it's not a matter of how many times you've been knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. And it's one of those
right.
things. If you can get back up and you can grow from that, and you know that like this next thing, I can use this non-traditionally, and it can bring up this amazingness of beauty. I think that's so cool and that's so awesome, and I wish for more of that.
Well, I can't wait to share with everybody. I mean, I'm a perfectionist at heart, so
Mhm.
this is just me conquering my mind things, even if they're not perfect.
Okay.
Each time you make a quote unquote mistake or have a mishap, you can learn from it and you can apply that new knowledge to something in the future.
Very cool. Now, how is it to put a little bit more of your business out there? You're also a mom of an amazing, amazing human being. Um, how is it balancing doing the art
Oh,
and
thank you.
being the mom?
Oh, you have to get creative with your projects at home while you have a toddler running around.
Mhm.
Um, when I do just straight up, I actually have magnets that hold up my drawings on the roof where she cannot reach, so I can continue to work while she's running around, and
Okay.
you know, I can still be there if she needs me.
Right.
That way, I'm in sight.
Aw, that's awesome.
When it comes to everything else, it has to wait. When
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
everything else must wait, must go forward. But you're still able to get some stuff in while you're doing that type of aspect of it. And Now, I've spoken with a lot of different artists, a lot of different musicians and stuff like that, and they've said that parenting has actually changed their art, some for the better. Do you feel that parenting has had any type of effect on your art?
It's definitely given me more of an opportunity to take chances because I do not saying that she's going to grow up to be an artist or a musician specifically, but whatever she's in life, my child, um, she needs to like to do. Just try to go for it, see what works, keep doing what you're doing. So I just want, if that makes any sense. I just hope that she sees that um, we're doing what we love to do, and she can also do that. Just have to find creative ways to work day life.
Exactly. And we are doing what we need to do here on WNHH 103.5 FM New Haven. Easy Blues here it's with the amazing Angela Brown Casey. Absolutely killing it, slaying this interview, the way she slays her artistic adventures. And I have to say, it's an honor and a privilege to be here. So thank you very much for coming and being with us. I always love having conversations with you. And I'm glad we're able to share these conversations with the at-home audience. And if you are playing the home game, make sure you have your pencil and your paper out there because hopefully you'll be inspired and you'll be drawing something just from this interview because that's what I think will truly happen. So, yes. So,
Well, thank you so much for having me here,
of course,
being here with you guys.
of course, no, it's always an awesome time. Now you've got some stuff coming up on the pop-up calendar. Uh, what do you have coming up recently?
To not to I'll be in Glastonbury. Um, at a coffee shop there. I'll have to review my Instagram story to see which one that is.
Hmm.
So that'll be earlier in the day.
Hmm.
Update on my Instagram or website for everyone to see. And later on this month, I also have a art fundraiser that I'm going to. Um, which is really cool because is not a vendor fee. They are taking art supply donations, which I'm all about.
Oh, that's
I have
awesome.
a lot of things that I'm not using, and I know, you know,
No, that's awesome. I love when
those are the only two events that I have lined up for certain.
okay, the only two you have lined up for certain. All right, all right. Well, that's good. We'll make sure
Yep, for the holidays, I just, yeah.
well, I was going to say, make sure that people are going building more traffic to your website and coming to your Instagram so they can find out where those other pop-ups, because that's the most beautiful thing about a pop-up too, is it can happen within 30 seconds. And so you could have,
Exactly.
your December could be full. And all those different type of things. And that's what we're gonna wish upon you. We're giving you positive December vibes. So that's woo.
Yes. I receive it.
Yes, yes, yes. So, what is the latest project?
I'm also planning on offering, oops, sorry about that.
No,
I do
no.
want to offer people pre-orders. So if they actually can, if something's not on my website yet, they can DM me, tell me what they want. I'll have that pop up. They can pick it up from there. That way they don't have to pay shipping.
Oh, that's super smart. That's great, and that actually helps build your local community while you're also building out your internet base. That's really, 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 really a great idea.
Right.
I love that. And hey, shipping, especially nowadays, is just ridiculous.
Right. It's just a hassle. I
Yeah.
don't want to deal with it. I'm
Understandable.
sure nobody else wants to pay for it either, so.
No, no, not at all. Not at all. We're tired of the shipping. We just rather come meet you in person and have a good day.
Right, exactly.
So with his later pieces that you are starting to work on, dealing with the resin and those different aspects there, do you see yourself spending more time in the resin medium, or will you, like you said before, you are going to always go back to painting and drawing and different aspects there? But is there another medium that you have that is starting to call upon you, or are you just really locked in the resin aspect?
I'm locked into resin right now, but I
Hmm.
will always say that my home is every time I'm in a funk and I don't hyperfixate on a medium, I always go back to watercolor.
Mm.
It's just something that feels like home to me, and
Mhm.
you and that's what I do.
Right.
I,
That's awesome. That is absolutely fantastic, and I really appreciate that. Thank you again for sharing. I love when people are more open and they can share a little bit of their heart, and watercolors being home is important. Um, yeah, so I think that's one of the most beautiful things that we've said the entire show. So that's great. Oh, it's here. But sans all that, what are some of the newer stuff that you're working on right now? Can you share a little bit of that? Like, can you get a little peek behind the curtain of what it's like for this new atmosphere?
well, I'll show you guys. But the project that I'm working on is actually secret until their album is released.
Okay.
So let's just say I'm doing some album artwork for a local band.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, considering you've already done some album artwork for a local band.
Yes, I've done some album art on the back of Shame Penguin.
Yes, you have. See? And it's awesome.
Shame, shame, shame. My dogs are fighting. Don't mind them.
Oh, it's okay. No, well, as long as they're only fighting. I've been over there before and they've done
No,
more
they're
than
playing.
fighting.
They're play fighting.
All right. As long as there's been times we did a photo shoot over there and they were very, 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 very,
If you
very
hear Mark
energized.
Goodson or
So as you are continuing to move forward and grow as an artist and then those different type of aspects of it, where do you see yourself within the next 3 to 5 years?
in the next 3 to 5 years, I see myself working at more gallery spaces
Hmm.
that are willing to share my and I would love to fill up my winter month,
Mm.
just hang with everybody.
Right.
Yeah, I see my read to more cases as well as building my online brand.
Right. Now, what is it like managing an online store while having the physical inventory and doing the pop-ups and those different aspects there? What is it like juggling those different type of mediums?
Um, challenging, a little tedious when it comes to the listing items, but I do use a site host
Hmm.
um called Big Cartel, and they make things very easy to use. Even though I know not everybody knows how to do that, so they make it very user friendly.
Okay, that's good. And what do you have more fun doing, the pop-ups or the online store?
Ooh, that's a tough question because when it comes to my online stuff, I like to decorate with code, if that makes any sense. I love the visual aspect of
Mhm.
coding and developing. Uh, the but when it comes to pop-ups, you actually get to meet the people and see the people and see your people. You never know who you have things in common with.
Right.
So
And
I'd say I like them both.
okay, you can say you like both. That's fine. We'll allow that for this answer. That's
Yeah.
fine. There you go. Um, do you have any really cool stories or anything like that of like dealing with a pop-up or, any great experiences, any super memorable things? Like, did you meet like 10 or 15 artists that like blew your mind, or now you're doing collaborations with them or something along those lines?
Well, I want to say this past summer, Shoreline Festival was actually in time. So many bands, so many vendors. I had no idea that so many could this day. So neighbors were helping each other out, making water runs for each other. It
Yep.
was beautiful to see.
No, really, it was
It's
a
like my
very
two loves combined, music and art.
well, it was a very communal aspect of it, and you knew you were in a communal space. You knew that there was a community there, and everyone was very supportive of each other, which I absolutely loved. It was by far one of our most fun experiences this summer as well. Got to get you out to the Heartbeat Festival next year though. That'll be even more fun.
Oh, I would love that.
Very cool. So, as you move forward, is there any type of medium you refuse? Like, for me, it's finger paints. I can't deal with my hands being all sorts of messy and dirty and stuff. I can't. So I will never have a masterpiece in finger painting. Is there a medium that you try to stay away from?
It's that you say that because I refuse to paint with oils for that reason. My sensory issues cannot with things in my, I can't do it. I need my brush. That's
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be touching things with my fingers, it's going to be smearing some pencil that I can easily wash it off. But other than that, no, no oils on my fingers.
Yeah, it's so real and it's
I'll
so
get a
deep.
little bit with some oil pastel, but that's because there's a wrapper around it.
And that's the thing that people don't really understand is these things, the sensory aspects are so super important. And I found it more and more being paired with more and more artistic people that they do have these sensory issues that can, and there's some people who love it. I mean, look at Jackson Pollock. He just would, throw paint everywhere and not care. And, his stuff was absolutely beautiful, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't walk around covered in paint. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I would need 19 showers. I would need 19
Mm-mm.
showers. Can't do it.
I mean, that's still in my quest for childhood exploration.
Hmm.
Um, be stopped messing with tree, playing in the mud and things like that. I would love to visit that side of myself again, but
Hmm.
right now, baby steps, working toward just getting a little more creative and we'll see how that goes.
Great. So the next pop-up you'll have mud pies. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic.
Some gummy worms
Some gummy worms. There you go. There you go. See, now we're
made
cooking.
out of resin.
Yeah. You gotta be careful. You'll have to register with the state first, depending on the type of resin you use.
Oh, disregard that comment.
We're just free forming here, just free form. That's all. Nothing to worry about. But actually, I could see that being part of a way to work into bringing the resin into the 2D, where it looks like you have a 2D painting of the dirt, and then you have the resin worms coming in between the dirt and different things, aspects there. So that could be a really fun way to do
Hey,
things.
that's an idea.
Yeah, every once in a while. I'm like a broken clock. I'm right like twice a day.
Yeah.
Now, I actually have another idea for you, which I think it depends on where you fall with it, but I would love your perspective on it. I know a lot of artists have done different perspectives on them. Um, the tarot cards. I would love to get your
Oh,
artistic. Oh,
I actually started a deck already. It's just incomplete and just the way I operate a bunch of projects and I'm jumping in between them constantly. It's very important in my mind that I would like to finish.
that's
If you'd like to see some of the ones I've already done, those are on, and you can see them being created from start to finish.
that's awesome. That's so cool. I love when I'm right. I love when I'm right. That's awesome.
Well, this is what happens when you grow up with cards and Pokemon cards, and you just start to really appreciate like the art that's on them, and you just want to
Exactly.
make your own.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
I saw a lot of that with like the Magic the Gathering cards and different stuff like that. I know some people who were collecting just from one artist in particular because they really like their artwork. So they only would get cards from that one particular artist. And it's growing and moving in shapes like that. So that's really, really cool. And I love that for you. I even see you moving into doing like 52 cards, like a playing card deck, with the different, instead of diamonds, it has, with the crystals, all those kind of stuff.
Oh, that's already on my list.
I'm reading your mind. The
Yep.
rest, the rest of this interview will be
You know where
me
my mind's going.
reading your mind. It's fantastic. For the next question, no. Well,
Call
one
the
more.
1-800 number down below.
Yes, call the 1-800 number down below. 1-800 go find yourself. 1-800 go find yourself. Um, so what's the next adventure like for you?
It's funny because I wish I could see the future, but
Mhm.
uh, in reality, nobody can. So, I'm excited. Something I've been able to say if this was after me years ago.
Right. Well, you know why people can't see the future because you're not done with the tarot cards yet. That's why. They'll be able to see the future once you're done with the tarot cards.
That's true. I gotta get busy.
And we are busy here on WNHH 103.5 FM New Haven. Easy Blues here, sitting with the fantastic, the amazing, the stupendous, the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Angela Brown. Casey is in the building. Welcome, Benvenue. Welcome back. And we are here. Now,
Woohoo!
this next part of the segment we're going to be it's going to be all about you. All about you. I want you to connect with the audience. I want you to tell them how they can get in touch with you, how they can invest in your art, how, give out all your social medias and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, well, I like to make it easy for everybody because I put myself in the viewer's shoes. If I want to find somebody, I want it all on one page. So if you visit my site, ABCasey.com, links, all of my socials can be listed right on that page for you. It's kind of like a link tree, but just,
Hmm.
on an official site. Not saying that link tree isn't official. It's just on my main site. So you can find all my socials there, but my main site is abcasey.com. That's ABCasey.com. And from there, you can actually shop all available work as
Hmm.
well as going to a request form. So I also put a request form right in the forefront so you can find it. And that links or Ko dash FI. That way you can request pet portraits for the holidays. I have about 2 or 3 slots left for those until I turn them off temporarily.
Hmm.
Um, Something in general. It doesn't have to be a pet portrait. I'm also starting to do people. Ooh, that's been scary for me for so many years. Yeah.
Okay. It's interesting because I've actually seen
I've always
some.
felt like it's just too.
Well, it's interesting because I've seen some of your people work, and I think it's fantastic, and I'm look forward to the next evolutions of that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate hearing that. When it comes to the people, I think just with straight up portraits, I feel looking at somebody, um, even if it's just a photograph. I feel like I'm all up in their business, and the animals do not judge me. So, when it comes to that, I'm getting over the fear. You know what? Just chill out. Just look at the picture, take any reference from the picture that you can, and just go with it.
Mm.
Sometimes I'll reference and I just don't even look at the reference again. I just keep going.
Okay, that's awesome.
And it's all out of shyness. So
All out of shyness. My entire artistic ability is just because I want to
yeah,
be left in a room by myself and to be left with my own devices.
exactly. My whole process.
That's awesome. That is absolutely incredible. And that's one of the top keys, and I love bringing that forward because a lot of people don't really understand that. A lot of people think that because you do pop-ups or you're out there and you're you know more forward facing in the public image, that you aren't shy, like that you aren't that you are like this, extrovert. And it's really, really, I've noticed a lot more that a lot of the artistic people that I've talked with are really introverts. They just are forced to be extroverts because they have to make money.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, years of retail experience pretty much taught me to at least say hi to people.
It's true.
So I mean, the easiest thing when you're out there is yourself. I usually gravitate toward humor. I tell people I'm not a helicopter. I'm not going to hover. Let me
Mm,
know if you need any help. I'm right here.
you're right. That's one of the key things, and I love that, and I love that about customer service is, those people who do hover, coming from a retail background, because I also did retail for a very long time. The times where I had to
Yeah.
make my presence known and hover is wasn't because I was trying to get a sale, it's because I was trying to prevent someone from stealing. You know, every time that I didn't hover, I would let the audience, I go up to someone and be like, "Hey, how are you today?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm I'm just looking. Cool. I was just asking how you are today. And then they're like, oh, I didn't realize
Right,
that. Yeah.
exactly.
You know.
No, it's a legit question, dude.
Yeah. Like I really wanted to know. Now, are you doing any sort of online sale during the Black Friday sales?
I will have a sale going
Okay.
on. I haven't announced that yet, but right now I have some early bird special bundles going
Mm-hmm.
on. I broadcasted those on my social media because I wanted followers to be the first to know about the bundles where I put them on the site for these Black. So when it comes to the bundles, I have for those that might have access to the screen, I have some mugs for some cugs.
Aw.
So I have that, and I'm bundling those with some bookmarks. I'm calling that the cozy bundle. So that'll be for $20. I have a bundle available bag. You pick your zip pouch along with a candle holder.
Okay.
So sometimes, if you don't like one thing that's in the set, you buy it, you get the other thing within the set, give the others as gifts. That's what I
Yeah.
usually do. Every
That's
time I shop for the holidays, I get multi-packs.
Hey, there's a lot of people that need to be taken care of. I got that. I understand. The multi-packs are the
Right.
way to go, and getting package deals and stuff. So that's awesome. And what did you call the bookmark and coffee cup bundle?
Cozy bundle.
The cozy bundle. Nice. Very cool. I like that. And where you need,
Yeah.
you
Whether
have
it's a book or a graphic novel you're reading, cozy up your cocoa and or coffee. These are also dishwashers.
oh, that's awesome. The dishwasher safe. Very cool.
I did not make these. Yep. Dishwasher safe, microwave safe. I did not make the actual cup.
Okay.
I just want to put that out there. I do have some decorative transfers that are on there. These DTF UV DTF stickers are gonna last you a long time on there.
Okay. That's awesome. Very cool. Now, we only have a couple more moments left, so I just want to once again give you this platform for you. Do you have any advice for the young artist that's sitting on their couch right now, not knowing what to do? And then I want you to plug your social media stuff again one more time, just so that everyone knows where they can find you and how they can connect with you.
Okay. My first round of advice is gonna be always have something to sketch on, but always have that default thing.
Mhm.
It took me a very long time to figure out, well, I have to just keep sketching, just keep the muscle memory going. And I always thought and too hard about what to sketch. It's like when you're browsing through a video streaming service and you're taking so long to find something worth watching. Those to go too much about it.
Mhm.
You just need to do it. So when it came to things that I would just idly draw, I love the shapes,
Mhm.
rocks, gems, crystals. I like the angular line. So I just kind of keep playing around with lines like that.
Mhm.
And I mean, sure, I'll call it doodling. That's fine, but it's still doing something.
Right.
Comes to my social media, I am most active on TikTok and Instagram. On
Mm.
TikTok, my social media handle is 2_Casey. And on Instagram, it's abcasey.art.
Okay.
You can
ABCasey
also
art.
find me on YouTube, as well as, yeah, pretty much on every platform. All of that can be found on my links page on abcasey.com/links if you want the direct page. actually has all of my social media handles. I try to make it easy.
Hmm.
It's mainly for myself too, because I want everything in one place.
Understandable. Completely understandable. Well, I just wanted to thank you so much for coming onto the show today and being with me and having an incredible conversation. I love hanging out with you. It's a blessed time that we get to do that. So once again, thank you for all that you've done, and I look forward to the next iteration of the next evolution of ABC art, which is very cool. And you're listening to 103.5 FM, WNHH 103.5 FM, New Haven. I am Easy Blues for the Preston and Easy Blues show, and we will see you next time.
Wondering what to write about, trying to figure out what it's all about. Existentialist, am I worth anything or just discount? I don't know.